Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2017. It's the final episode of the season, and if you didn't go and watch the last episode, I very, very highly suggest that you do, because it does involve us getting to the Champions League final. Today then, the three final games of the season: Manchester City in the league, Brentford in the league, but as we all know, those games mean literally nothing for any of the teams involved. Man City, mid-table obscurity, sat in 12th. Brentford, 19th place, already relegated. But then we have the main event, Manchester United in the Champions League final at Old Trafford. I could not have actually planned a better end to this save. I was toying with the idea of, in the league games, just playing a whole load of the youth players, some of the players that don't normally get games. And then I realised, if I keep these players match fit for the Champions League final, that's probably a better plan than having them not play for like a week and a half. So with that in mind, we're going for a fairly strong side. In goal, Atanas Basov, back four, the Barbarian, Bracamontes, German Sturrico, Jefferson Douglas. Midfield, Tamui Bakayoko, Thomas Doherty and Francisco Diniz. Filip Krovinovic as the advanced playmaker. Scott Whitehead and Vincenzo Bogart are the strikers today. Calmly, good luck. I mean, there's not a lot to say. Neither team really cares for this game at the moment. It would be quite nice if I can close the gap to United. I know I can't catch them, but German Sturrico's just scored after 9 minutes. Good lad. I know I can't catch Manchester United, but I'd like it to be as close as possible so it doesn't look like they destroyed the league. Diniz with the corner. It's a high corner. It's nodded down by Bakayoko and German Sturrico at the back post. Where's the goalkeeper? Kyle Walker with the throw. Not a lot's happened so far. Walker crosses it in. Doherty gets it clear. Bogart smashes it up, and Whitehead is the only player to react. He doesn't have any options at the moment, and he's been tackled by Mangala. Silva, Lewandowski, finds Kyle Walker once again. I don't know why, but Jefferson Douglas made a little run forward, but he does get the ball. Diniz, Bogart is running into the little gap. He doesn't have any options. Verratti gets the ball, and Vargas can bring the ball clear for Man City. No, he can't. Whitehead gets the ball. Whitehead's been tackled. Krovinovic gets the ball. Bogart. Krovinovic is through. It's 2-0. It is 2-0 against Manchester City. And this is great, because if we beat Man City, we beat Brentford, we are on a very, very good run of form. Good run of form going into the Champions League final. I need to pinch myself every time I say that. Means that we're going to be a better side. We're going to be harder to beat. Half-time, 2-0. Calmly, I'm pleased. I'm going to bring off Scott Whitehead, and I'm going to bring on bad boy Grant Corbett. Well, 5 minutes into Grant Corbett being on the pitch, he's gone and damaged his shoulder. I'm going to keep him on, because it's a damaged shoulder. He doesn't need that to be a striker, does he? This is where it turns out it's dislocated or something horrible like that, and I'm going to give him 45 minutes with a dislocated shoulder. The Barbarian to Krovinovic. Bogart. Grant Corbett with his dislocated shoulder, he's hit it just wide. I'm assuming it's dislocated now. Maybe he doesn't have an arm anymore. Kyle Walker with a throw on. Jefferson Douglas flicks it on to Krovinovic. Krovinovic to Bogart. Bogart has got Corbett, who has a bit of space. He's been forced out wide, but he has found Bogart, who's been tackled. Krovinovic, have a go, son. Krovinovic has a go and makes it 3-0. His 14th goal of the season. 3-0 against Manchester City. This match is over, and this is a very, very good, convincing win. Bogart gets tackled by Stones, but Krovinovic picks up the loose ball. Edge of the area, smashes it in. 3-0. Not a lot Man City can do about this. Highlight straight away. Bernardo Silva. Gabriel Jesus with the ball. He's just running into the middle. He's found Vargas. Vargas finds Higuain. Higuain's got a bit of space. Spasov with a save. Sturrico keeps it in. I'm going to bring Corbett off because he's injured and he's not doing very well, but I think that's partially down to his injury. So Lukaku's on in his place. Free kick from Diniz. Doherty gets the ball. It's gone in. Mangala scored an own goal. Thomas Doherty probably wants to claim it. Oh, it's been disallowed. Bakayoko was offside. We're into injury time. There's 10 seconds left. A 3-0 victory against Manchester City at St Mary's Stadium means one more game left in the league against already relegated Brentford. And then the big one. Assertively, a good win. Well done. That'll do. Okay, he's only damaged his shoulder. Whatever that means, I don't know, but it's only damaged. Just before the Brentford game, I want to give you a quick rundown on something. This year has been a very successful year for the club of Southampton. Not just the first team. Obviously, EFL Cup winners, Champions League finalists, second place in the Premier League. That's just the first team. The under-23s win their group, which I guess is that the Premier League too? The under-23s one that obviously got to the Checker Trade Trophy final as well. The under-18s are sat third in their league. However, they're not letting the side down, not even close, because they have gone and won the UEFA Youth League 4-1 against AC Milan under-20s. Yes, Thibaut De Bruyne played. Ignore that. That's still a youth side, basically. We've won a ridiculous amount of things this season. As a club, this has been an absolute ridiculous year. And we've still got the Champions League final to play. But first, let's play Brentford. The starting lineup then for the Brentford game: in goals, Atanas Spasov. Back four, Ali Tape, Bracamontes, German Sturiko, and I'm going to give Kieran Tierney a game because he hasn't played in a while. Midfield, Bakayoko, Doherty and Rabiot. Kravinovic as the advanced playmaker. Grant Cormit and Vincenzo Bogart as the two strikers. I'm worried that maybe I should potentially not play all of those midfielders. Bakayoko for Lamina, and I think Deniz for Rabiot. Let's go with that, and let's sort my subs bench out. Much better. Bakayoko, he's getting a week off. He's had a very long season. He's played 46 games, which is actually joint with... Oh, no, he's not top. Craig Bracamontes is top. I'm not surprised. He's amazing. Calmly, keep our run going. That's what I want. This is not a league game. This is now essentially a warm-up. This is a trial match. If you do well in this game, you might be starting in a Champions League final. So you better be pulling your fingers out, lads. Free kick from Deniz. It's cleared only as far as Doherty to Kravinovic, and Kravinovic has smashed it into that bottom corner. 1-0 up after 17 minutes. Free kick from Deniz. We seem to get a lot of free kicks in that position, which is strange. Doherty to Kravinovic. Kravinovic on the volley from outside the area. That's a bit special, actually. Ali Tape with the throw, and it's just before half-time, but this is an actual highlight. Deniz, Bogart. Back to Doherty, Deniz. Back to Doherty once again. Lamina to Ali Tape. Tape crosses it in not very well. Livermore's going to get it clear. And Brentford could actually counter here. Aarons to Peñaranda. Of course it would be Peñaranda. He doesn't quite cross it in very well. It does get into the box though. And Doherty though is going to hopefully get it clear. Grant Corbett doesn't do much. Kravinovic does get that. Bogart passes it to Ali Tape. To Lamina. Lamina's got Corbett with him. He's got Kravinovic as well. Kravinovic finds Corbett. Corbett makes it 2-0 on the stroke of half-time. And that is Grant Corbett's 30th goal of the season. Considering I wasn't playing him for the first half of the season, really, Grant Corbett has just turned into some absolute legend for us. And I probably should be playing him and Vincenzo Bogart as the two strikers for the rest of the season, which is one and a half games, isn't it? It's 1.5 games. I'm very pleased you, however, assertively do stuff. There's a lot more to come from you. Do good. Like, you are one of our best players. You should probably be, getting better than a 6.8. Bentley in goal for Brentford gets it to Marshall. To, I assume, Rolando Aarons. It could be a regen called Aarons. Peñaranda, he's through on goal. He's been pushed out wide, though. He's been tackled by German Sturiko. And Sturiko, who is booked, seems to be doing some rather risky tackles. Bogart to Grant Corbett. Corbett from outside the area finds Bogart again, takes it out wide. He's been tackled by two players, and Brentford are going to get it clear. Rolando Aarons is running with the ball, finds Alan Judge. Bracamontes flicks it on to Chuck Sanike, saved by Atanas Spasov. That was lucky. That was very lucky. I'm going to keep an eye on fitness. That's my next worry, is if people start losing a lot of fitness, someone like a Grant Corbett, maybe I bring them off just to conserve it. 75 minutes on the clock, and Grant Corbett is coming up. No, he can't. Magubane can come on for Bogart. Sure, let's do that. Let's bring off Lamina because he's a little bit tired. For Rabiot, let's bring off Kravinovic for Frank Dogbowl. Even if we lose this game, it's not the end of the world. 5 minutes left of the Premier League season, and it looks like this is going to be a 2-0 victory against Brentford. 86 points we finished this year on. 86. Alan Judge with the corner. It's saved by Spasov, and we're already a minute over the injury time allowance anyway. That is full time. That brings a close to the season. rather disappointingly for Brentford. We, however, have finished second. That's a good result, pleased with the performance. And the curtain comes down on the Premier League. We actually finished 7 points clear of third place in the end. 8 points behind Manchester United. We got basically 40 million-ish. 7.25 back out to the players. Now we finished on 86 points, and I'm going to go back through all the seasons that we've played. 86 points is enough to win the league a couple of times. Last season, we would have finished second, but comfortably second and a lot closer to the champions. Season before that, we would have finished second. In fact, we did finish second anyway. Season before that, we would have actually won the league. In the 2017-28 season, with our current points tally, we would have won the league. And in the 2016-2017 season, we would have won the league. It is purely because Manchester United are just this unbeatable team. They lost 2 games all season. That's ridiculous. That's not possible in nowadays terms. I know Arsenal kind of did it, but I'm sure they must have drawn more than 7. Up next then, it's the big one. It's the Champions League final at Old Trafford. Our old enemy. We've won the last 4 games, and we've won them comfortably. 3-1, 4-0, 3-0 and 2-0. Can we add another victory to the end of that list? But apparently, before we get to the Champions League final, there's the Golden Boot Award. Grant Corbett finishes it in third, just 2 goals behind Mauro Icardi of Manchester United. Harry Kane runs away with it. 43 goals in 37 appearances. In total, he scored 49 in 51. That's ridiculous, considering they only finished 4th. Also, PFA Premier League Team of the Year. 3 of our players make it in there. Craig Bracamontes, Jefferson Douglas and Filip Kravinovic are the 3. I'd probably agree with that. We're 8 days before, and it says 4 players on international duty. Why are there international games going on whilst the Champions League final is about to be played? This wait between the end of the season and the Champions League final is unbearable. It goes on for so long. We're still not at the Champions League final. However, bad boy Grant Corbett is in the England squad. He is the only Southampton player to make it to the England squad, but Grant Corbett is in there. Interestingly, Fraser Forster's in there at 33 years old. He's still pretty good. He's still at Sampdoria. And the Barbarian has made it into the Croatia team as well. He's not that good. I don't know why he's in there. It is time. It is essentially a home game for Manchester United because it is at Old Trafford. It is the Champions League final. I never thought it would end like this. Honestly, I thought it would end with me going out in a blaze of glory and a 3-0 defeat against Wolves, getting fired. But no, apparently we've gone the other way. We are Champions League finalists, 2nd place in the Premier League, EFL Cup winners. Can we add that Champions League medal to our rather modest cabinet of the EFL Cup, European Super Cup and Europa League? That's basically all we've won. It's the lineup that I think most people probably expected. In goal, Coadio Kone. Back 4, Ali Tape, Bracamontes, German Storico and Jefferson Douglas. Freddie Serna is back, but German Storico is on form at the moment and I can't risk disrupting that. Midfield, Bakayoko, Doherty, Rabiot. Advanced playmaker, Filip Kravinovic, who by far and away has been the star of this entire save. It has to be Filip Kravinovic. Poacher, Grant Corbett, complete forward of Vincenzo Bogart. There's a lot of goals in that starting lineup. There's quite a few goals on the bench, with 15 from Lukaku, 4 from Scott Whitehead as well. Some players who are going to miss out on this final. Thibaut De Bruyne doesn't get to be on the bench because he's gone and got himself injured, which is a bit annoying. Matteo Bianchi, he's gone and I think he's fractured his wrist. He's done something, so he's not actually going to get featured either. Freddie Serna, like I said a minute ago, a bit unlucky not to be playing. He might come on, especially if we're winning. With like 10 minutes to go, he's definitely coming on. 2 of the top goal scorers in the competition playing today, Mauro Icardi and Grant Corbett. 11 for Icardi, 9 for Corbett. Corbett hasn't actually played that often. The pundit, Ian Ward from TeamTalk.com, says this game will be very close. I think it will most likely come down to the lottery of a penalty shootout. I hope it doesn't. I hope we just get battered. I'd rather do that than lose on a penalty shootout. Oh, that's a strong side. It's a very, very strong side. I know Van Dijk is injured, so that's one less player to worry about, but they've still got a very good team. Passionately, we're the underdogs. Listened keenly. I don't want to disrupt too much. We've got a corner. Kravinovic takes it. Bogart is at the back. Rabiot with the ball. Rabiot, he's forced to save out De Gea. It's another corner. I'm so nervous. I don't think I've actually won the Champions League on this. Kravinovic, terrible corner. Carvajal gets it clear, only as far as Ali Tape. I don't think I've ever actually won the Champions League on this game. I know I've got close. I know I've got this close before. I don't think I've ever actually won it. 20 minutes played, it is still 0-0. So far, Manchester United have yet to have a shot. Thiago with a corner for United. Icardi goes for it, but Coadio Kone makes the save. And can we start a counter-attack of our own? Jefferson Douglas, Rabiot, back to Douglas again. He's got Bogart in front of him. He's gone it alone. Now finds Bogart, now to Kravinovic. Kravinovic has bad boy Grant Corbett in front. Bogart once again. Rabiot, back to Doherty, to Bakayoko. Corbett's there. Kravinovic is also there, and Kravinovic has smashed it into the back of the net. We're winning in a Champions League final. We're actually winning in the Champions League final. Southampton are red hot, apparently. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Bakayoko plays the ball through to Corbett. Corbett, little pass around the last defender for Kravinovic. And I said it at the start of the game, he has been the hero of this save, and he might actually just prove to be the hero of the final as well. Ali Tape with the throw on. Doherty. Tape once again. Kravinovic. Grant Corbett. Vincenzo Bogart's made it 2-0. Are we actually going to win the Champions League? Are we actually going to win the Champions League? Ali Tape's ball to Kravinovic. Kravinovic to Corbett. Corbett through to Vincenzo Bogart. Bogart smashes it in. We are 2-0 up in the Champions League final. I can't say that enough. Oh, it's a highlight. Please don't be for them. Carvajal. Mkhitaryan. Fred. It does look like it's a United highlight. Icardi. It's cleared by Jefferson Douglas. Bogart is going to be 3-0. Grant Corbett. Grant Corbett's made it 3-0 after 38 minutes. This is the most ridiculous Champions League final I've ever seen. And I'm in control of it. Bogart's through ball for Corbett, and Corbett one-on-one with the keeper. He can't miss from there, and he doesn't miss from there, and he makes it 3-0. We're actually going to win the Champions bloody League. Sturrico with the ball. Doherty, Rabiot, Kravinovic. Out to Jefferson Douglas, to Kravinovic. Is it 4? Is it 4? Bogart gets the ball. Kravinovic again, Corbett. It's 4. Vincenzo Bogart has made it 4-0 in the final. I don't even know what to say. Bogart gets the ball, plays it back to Kravinovic. Kravinovic to Corbett. Corbett back to Bogart, and Bogart smashes it in. It's not even half time yet. And it's still not half time, and there's another highlight. Bakayoko, Ali Tape, Grant Corbett. Kravinovic. Grant Corbett again. Bogart's there, doesn't quite get there. Bogart gets it back. Oh, he's forced to save out of De Gea. It is a corner just before half-time. Kravinovic is going to take it. It's gone to the middle of the goal. It's cleared by Luke Shaw. Rabiot gets it. It's probably going to be half-time, to be honest. And breathe. What's happened? What's gone on? We're 4-0 up against Manchester United, a team that we cannot beat. I've beaten them once, or twice, I think, in 5 years? And we're 4-0 up at half-time in the Champions League final. Grant Corbett has 3 assists. Vincenzo Bogart has got 2 of the goals. He's got an assist himself. Kravinovic and Corbett with the other 2 goals. Well, I can't be calm. I really can't be calm. I'm very happy. Keep it going. If we hit 70 minutes and it's still 4-0, I'm going contain and I don't care, and I'm going to sit on this 4-0 lead. Bakayoko, it's the first highlight of the second half. Jefferson Douglas. Bogart to Kravinovic. Kravinovic hits it over. It could have been 5. It could have been 5. Another highlight straight from the goal kick. Mkhitaryan doesn't get there. Jefferson Douglas does. Bogart, Kravinovic. Kravinovic doesn't find Corbett. And now Manchester United can probably counter. Griezmann. Icardi doesn't get there because Bracamontes is one of the best defenders in the world at the moment. Griezmann gets Coadio Kone's clearance. Icardi onto Matters through ball, and Ali Tape's gone and got himself sent off. Of course he bloody has. That's what he does. That's his 4th red card of the year. He's not been sent off. He's not been sent off, which is amazing. They do have a penalty. It is Icardi. Icardi versus Kone. Kone loves a penalty save. He can't save that. There is no way he's stopping that one. 55 minutes on the clock. 4-1. We're still in control, but this could start the tide of goals. Kone was already diving that way. Was very unlucky actually not to get it. 4-1 to Southampton. Kravinovic, Corbett, Shaw gets it clear. Juan Mata. Mata has smashed it up to Icardi. Icardi's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Kone with a save. We're 20 minutes away. We are 20 minutes away from being Champions League winners. It's a corner for Manchester United. Thiago. Mata gets there, but it was actually Bracamontes who clears the ball. Bracamontes is on an 8.1 as a centre-back. 8.2, 8.3, it's going up. 8.4, what's going on? 75 minutes on the clock. I'm really sorry, Krovinovic, but you're the one being sacrificed because I can't not... I feel bad, but Krovinovic, you deserve to be lifting that trophy. Instead, it's going to be Thomas Doherty who's going to do it. Maybe, do I give that captaincy to someone else? We've gone contained then for the last, 15 minutes of the game, and hopefully we're going to see it out, and we're going to win the Champions League. And I think we have. This is ridiculous. How? How have I... How? No, I can't say anything. We've we've won the Champions League. We've actually won the mother chuffing Champions League. Passionately, that was special. That was real special. Look at the ratings. Look at the ratings of those players. Southampton have been awarded £13.35 million for winning the Champions League. I've won the double. I've won the flipping double. I won the EFL Cup and the Champions League. I won the Champions League. How have I won the Champions League? Southampton fans worship Pearce. Damn bloody right. You should be worshipping Filip Krovinovic as well. Southampton lift Champions League on a fine summer's evening at Old Trafford. That's even better. It was in their own backyard. Southampton's Thomas Doherty lived the dream of many a supporter as he lifted the Champions League after Southampton's convincing 4-1 victory over Man United. Flamboyant attacking midfielder Filip Krovinovic gave Southampton the lead with a fierce shot in the 33rd minute. Wonder kid Vincenzo Bogart doubled Southampton's lead with a placed shot from close range on 38. Corbett scored with an accurate finish in the 39th minute to extend the lead. Bogart added his second of the game with a placed shot from close range on 42 minutes. They also scored a penalty. Ali Tape didn't get sent off. But, oh my word. How? The minimum expectation was to get out of the groups. We won the bloody Champions League. So, I guess that's it then. That is the end of the game. I'm going to go forward a few more days because we're going to get the end of the season reports and all that lot. 2 trophies and a second place in the Premier League. I'm going to keep saying it because I actually don't believe it right now. Southampton players named in UEFA Champions League Dream Team. Pretty much all of them. Kouadio Kone, Jefferson Douglas, Bracamontes, Rabiot, Krovinovic and bad boy Grant Corbett are all in there. Players inducted into the overall 11. I'm a bit disappointed, actually. Gabbiadini and Lukaku are there. So, Kouadio Kone as the goalkeeper, Malo, Bracamontes, Big Wes and Tierney, Bakayoko, Rabiot, Lamina, Krovinovic, Lukaku and Gabbiadini. To be fair, I think that's probably fairly accurate. Obviously, this season, Grant Corbett, Bogart, Thibaut De Bruyne and so on have they've been thrust into the limelight, but it's only been this season. Ali Tape, I think, is a bit unlucky not to be in there, but I guess Hugo Mallo was our main right-back for quite a while. Kieran Tierney, obviously won Player of the Year for about 4 years in a row. Doesn't win it this year, though. That goes to Craig Bracamontes, and I think that's a very, very well-deserved Player of the Year award. Bakayoko wins Goal of the Season. Umut Dazelle signing of the season. Really? He didn't do a lot. Young Player of the Year, Craig Bracamontes. Team of the Season, I think it's pretty much what sorry. Football Manager, no. Freddie Serna is not a midfielder. Never played midfield for me. He played in defence. So, Team of the Season should be Jefferson Douglas, Sturrico, Bracamontes, Ali Tape, and Freddie Serna. 2 central midfielders of Rabiot and Bakayoko, Krovinovic, Lukaku and Corbett up front. Grant Corbett finishes top goal scorer, Bracamontes 7.75 average rating, 24 assists for Krovinovic, 93% pass completion for Rabiot. We were pretty bad when it comes to disciplinary. Jefferson Douglas, 19 yellow cards, 3 red cards for Ali Tape. I missed out Filip Krovinovic in the middle there, with most player of the match awards with 11. That's a lot of awards. My final ever team meeting. The season is now finished. It's time to focus on No, I want to be winning the league. Win the league. I think we go for the title next year. All of that lot didn't care. I don't care. I'm very confident. Whatever. I'm not going to be here. that is going to do it then for this series. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see my next series, which in the FM18 beta, which I think will probably be coming up tomorrow as of the day of release of this video, that will be the Napoli save. If you want to see that, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. I will have a couple more videos about this save. I'm planning on doing one where I'm just going to go through some of the players, like your Corbetts, your Bracamontes and stuff, just so you can see how good a footballer they've actually become. And also, I want to do one where I go on holiday for like 5 years, just so, again, you can see, and I can see, how well some of these players become when they're in their mid-20s. Because that's, in reality, when some of the players will hit their peak. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the Napoli save.